Hello and welcome back to some more Biome Exile SMP. Today is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode today because we actually don't have that much to do, and yeah, I have a project that is being worked on, but right now I actually don't have the resources, so I'm doing something in between just that I've been meaning to do for a little while in the meantime. So, before we actually get onto the project for today, we actually have 3 resources that we need to go and gather, and I'm actually going to have a little bit of a game here. So, the 3 resources we're going to be picking up, obviously we'll do that in a second. One of these 3 is going to be used in the next episode. The other 2, as far as I'm aware, are not used. So I want you to guess in the comments below which of these 3 are going to be used and what they are going to be used for. If you can guess that as well. And to be fair, they'll probably be somewhat obvious. Actually, no, I just thought of the other resources maybe less obvious, because it could be just a very weird build. But first off, we have over here the 3 double chests. Actually, these are actually housing all the components that is for the build that we're doing next. So maybe just the 3 double chests being needed will give you a bit of a clue there. Either that, or it's just going to have a lot of hopper minecarts and require stuff that doesn't stack, or maybe just a lot of rails and such. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, the first resource I want to do is these chickens, and I need chickens just generally. But another reason as well is if I press F3 quickly, you can see my FPS is super low, and that is because there are like 260 entities here, because what I did is I took out every egg from here, and I basically threw them into this double chest and just have them on a hopper clock, or not a hopper clock, but a clock firing them out of this dropper. Or dispenser rather. So I actually am getting a load of lag because of this, and my frame rate is dropping immensely. So what we're actually going to do is get rid of this for the moment. I will actually rebuild it at some point because I'm going to have to put the chickens back in, but we do need feathers, to be fair. So we can actually get that out of this, so that'll be useful. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to have to get in here, aren't I? So yeah. I've got looting on this, so this will hopefully give us cooked food. Sometimes it actually doesn't give you the cooked food for some reason. I'm not sure why. I really should just get Sweeping Edge on this sword. I actually have a Sweeping Edge 3 book, but I'm not sure if it's would be entirely useful. There we go. There we go. Come on. I don't think Sweeping Edge, or because I didn't do Sweeping Edge, it didn't get all of them with the flames, so that's why I'm getting a bunch of raw chicken. But what we can do now is actually get out of here. But yeah, that gave us a ton of raw chicken, which I'm actually just going to throw in the garbage disposal over here. But we also got a few eggs, which is nice, and also a ton of feathers, which is actually going to be very, very useful for us to use. So I'm just going to do that, and feathers are going to go in a random chest somewhere over here that doesn't have much resources in it. I do have Forge on because, so I do have inventory tweaks, so I will quickly sort of this. And the reason I have that on is actually just because later on we are going to be hopefully doing some stuff with a replay mod potentially. We will have to see about that. I'm actually just going to throw in this chest for now. And then this chest also can contain all the other resources. How about that? So that's our first one. Our second one is over... Oh, there's a pigment. How nice. The second one is over in Spawn, because finally, and I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time, I just haven't had it at full capacity, if that makes sense. But actually, first we need to go down here, I've just realized, because my inventory is not going to be big enough for this. So what's an empty chest? There we go. Oh, by the way, I updated this. It says As Yacht and Turtle's Shop. I don't know if I said this, but it does not work in this version. I did check in 1.12, and in 1.12 it does work. So as soon as we update to the server to 1.12, which I actually will be asking about as soon as possible. I probably will do that straight after this recording. But once it's updated to 1.12, we will get that all working up, because I have tested it in Spigot as well. Actually, no, I didn't test in Spigot, but I did test in base 1.12, sorry, and it does work. So yeah, this one has a lot of zombies and spiders and stuff, and oh, it's not actually... Okay, that's bad. That's not good, which is literally what bad is. Yeah, why is this not... Okay, so I'm going to have to try and fix this. So, there we go. Hopefully, this is fine. So, yeah, I didn't know this was broken. But yeah, this is now at full capacity. So hopefully it starts raining again soon. I'll throw it on the... Damn it. If I do that... Nope, that's not working. Oh, this is a bit more of a pain than I expected. Also, I don't have my water bucket for some reason. Right. Let's fix this entire thing. Maybe this will work. There we go. So let's just quickly fix that up. And it should be 1, 2, 3. And then a stone. There we go. That's hopefully working. And hopefully it'll just get the snow over here or whatever. But yeah, this is, for the first time ever, is now at full capacity. Which has taken a lot longer than expected. But yeah, it's finally at full capacity. So what I want to quickly do is, I think I don't have a... I only have a speed beacon from these, but we should be able to do this quite quickly. What I want to do quickly is try and get a ender pearl like straight on top. There we go. And I want to get rid of all this ice. And again, we might potentially be using this, but yeah, it should be insta-mine. It should be quite a lot of fun. So let's just get through this. And actually, we can see how much we got. We're also going to have potentially some more being created, as you can see, whilst we're doing this, which is kind of a cool effect, you know, coming out of this. And I'm so glad it is insta-mine, because if it wasn't insta-mine, then it would be a bit of a pain. But yeah, it's best if we just get rid of at least the top layer quickly, because the other layers are going to start coming up, as you can see they are now doing. So yeah, basically, yeah, we're just going to do this quickly, and I don't think any others. Nope, just this one. But yeah, we will quickly get through this, and I'll see you once we get to the end of taking all this ice down. And damn, if this is the item we're using, you know we're using a lot of it if I've not just taken like a few off. Right then, so it's just quickly going through the last layer, just checking that none of the... Yeah, there seems to be like one stuck here or something. Let's just quickly check everything's around. But yeah, we've got... I actually thought we would need a double chest. Even without, you know, even if we take these off as well, we wouldn't even need the double chest to take back, which is good, because it means we can just go straight back. Oh, is that 26 obsidian? I will need that for later. But yeah. That's actually really good. This can continue making stuff now. It's really weird seeing it just, you know, not, you know, yeah. it's not got any ice on it at all. It's very weird. But yeah, let's go back to our spawn area, or our base area, which is right over here, which is why I built that thing right there. Also because it was just useful to do so. Also, we can actually use this double chest. We need a better sorting system, or a storage system, anyway, because we're running out of chest space, but we will get to that eventually. And then the final item that we are doing for this first bit is actually something that I have not showed on camera yet, which is we have this little sugarcane farm, and I've been doing a lot of glass farming pretty much, and this day has not really been keeping up that well. So you know, I planted a bunch of sugarcane over here. I've let it all grow to 3 high, just so we can see how many we get out of this. And yeah, let's quickly go ahead and take all this down, and we will see how much sugarcane we get out of this, which should allow us to do easier trades with the villagers, which actually, come to think of it, is good, because I have been trying to get like mending, or not new mending, but like I'm trying to get what is it, either unbreaking 3 or it's efficiency 5. I think I already have an efficiency 5. I think it's unbreaking 3 I've been trying to get a book for, and if I have a large amount of sugarcane, I can, you know, get a lot more librarians through, which actually, come to think of it, is a very good idea. And I will do that actually sometime in the future. And I'll obviously let all these grow again, which if we're doing a lot more AFKing, which will be coming up soon. Also, I'm doing this just quickly because I know some of them are probably going to have fallen. And we have Death Strider, so it's not really going to slow us down at all. Just going in the water for another lap. But yeah, it's going to be good. Also, we can hopefully get a Sweeping Edge 3 trade. I think I have a Sweeping Edge 2 trade, which I have combined into a Sweeping Edge 3. But yeah, But yeah, this thing is actually doing a really good job. Like, I just built it. Basically what I did is I took grass and went one in, because you can't put it on mycelium. It's just doing a really good job, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a quarter stacks of sugarcane out of that. So that's actually really, really good, and we will let that continue to actually, you know, grow and stuff. So we can quickly place that into this, which I think is actually our oldest thing on the area. Other than this is the only one that's actually older than it, because I think I also built this, or I've remodeled this since, and I've actually gotten rid of this a few times. So I think this is actually the second oldest thing, and also even though I got rid of all the chickens, lag still persists in that general direction. Maybe it's how many potential things are here? Nope, maybe it's these chickens. How many chickens are in this thing, which I've been meaning to move, but let's quickly check. Okay, there are literally about the same amount, so we will eventually get rid of those as well, or at least get rid of a few of them. But yeah, those are our 3 resources. So it was, what was the first one? What was the first one? I can't remember. Huh. My brain has stopped working. Let's have a quick look around. Oh yeah, we killed the chickens. It's because they're not there anymore. I forgot that they existed. So yeah, those are going to be useful. We also did the sugarcane, and we did the ice in spawn. So one of those 3, or potentially actually more than one of those 3, are going to be used in the next project, but one of them is going to feature more prominently than the others. And obviously in the case of the chickens, it's more the feathers rather than the you know, chicken or raw chicken or whatever. But yeah, take a guess of what that is, and what you think is going to be made because of it. But now let us go and do our actual thing. And I said today was going to be a shorter episode, but I mean, we're pretty much at 14 minutes, so not so short. But the next thing is going to be a bit shorter as well. So probably going to end up being around the normal time, or slightly more or slightly less, generally how it goes. But yeah, let's go to our next area. So if you were unable to tell by the fact I was literally walking down the stairs to our end portal, we are going to be doing some stuff in the end, and it's something that I've been meaning to do for a little while. I've actually set up a bed here, because that means that as soon as we go back through the portal, it's going to send us back here. So instead of having to trek all the way from over there over to here, I've just set this up just for the moment, temporarily was the word I was looking for. So that hopefully should help us out, and will help us out with another thing, which we might talk about or might not. But let's walk into here, or jump into here rather, and you'll see this. Now we have the end farm over there. We also have some people using the dirt to get to the, I guess, the end city stuff. I'm not sure why it's actually going off in that direction, but you can see some end city stuff about there. We've been meaning to do that actually for a little while. I just haven't really gotten around to it, and I'm worried about falling. As you can see, I think like Lord Oprah or David was can't remember what devs he was on. I want to say like 24 in the last episode, but now he's at 31. So I think he's been doing some end city stuff potentially. But yeah, basically what I want to do today, you can see I've set up a beacon. This is actually the same beacon from the slime farm that was previously there before we obviously made the slime farm and took it away. But what I learned recently, or a little while back actually, was the fact that what used to happen in the end was when you killed the end dragon or whatever, the portal went beneath where you killed him, so it could be off like literally out in the distance here. But now it is set so it is always directly in front of this obsidian platform here. So if we continue straight, obviously we've got a bit of a gap here, but continue straight, you know, it will go directly into here. So this should line up exactly with the center of where you spawn on this place over here. And I have wanted for a little while now to make a small tunnel of sorts that will allow someone who spawns in here to quickly, without getting in the way of the Enderman, go from here, travel through, and or go from this area, travel this way, and straight into the portal, just basically having only to press W and not any other buttons. So that will be a direct thing. So I actually have a bunch of stone with me. There is actually a crafting table over here, as you may have seen, so I'm going to drag that with me in a second, and I'm going to basically create a little bit of a tunnel, which shouldn't take that long, obviously, with slabs on the bottom, and I'm also going to make it 2.5 high so the Enderman can't teleport there. And I think I'm actually Well, to be fair, the only things that can spawn in this area are going to be Endermen. So it doesn't actually matter if it's a half, like, bottom slab or a top slab. I think we can actually do a top slab, have it just flush, you know, kind of with the floor here, perfectly fine, and then just continue having, you know, having a slab on this top, or you know, this top bit here, and that'll make it 2.5 high, so it doesn't feel like you're squished into the tunnel, but it also will mean that Endermen can't make their way there, and it'll hopefully be a little bit safer for some people maybe that want to be traveling up here, because sometimes I have tried to get to the portal and angered an Enderman without my knowledge, other than hearing the angry screaming of him. And yeah, so we're going to have to dig that way. I actually need to take coordinates quickly, but I'm actually going to set the replay mod to on, which I forgot to do, which is why the ice and the sugarcane and the, well, the chickens didn't really need it, but why the ice and the sugarcane are just, you know, first-person camera speed up things, if assuming I do that, and not like a third-person nice time-lapsey thing. So I'm going to have to take quick coordinates, so really it's just more the x coordinate, which is, or rather the, I guess it's literally 0.5 and then 62, because we want it to basically come up probably around like 5 blocks before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have this be the top bit. So here, let's say, is where you do that, and then let's have some slabs quickly. There we go. So that probably going to be 3 wide because the portal's 3 wide. But that'll be our sort of where we get out, and we'll have to do a little bit of a roof here as well so they don't travel through. But we'll take that with us. We'll do all this if we can. Hopefully, the only problem is we're going to have a lot of endstone at the end of this, which we don't have a chest for, so maybe I'll just head back quickly and do that. But yeah, I will set the replay mod to on, and we can hopefully have a interesting little time lapse of us digging through the endstone and setting up a little bit of a tunnel that will keep us safe from Endermen. And then there's actually something else that this has a purpose for, which I'll go into once we're done. Okay then, to be honest, I think from what I was actually doing there, I probably won't include any replay mod stuff. If I do decide to, obviously you'll see that just before now, but I just think me digging a tunnel really isn't worth it. I will double check what I did record, but again, I don't think it'll be worth it. But either way, we are outside the portal now. Let's just jump in. You'll see what it looks like, and you'll actually see one of the concerns I have, and it actually isn't finished, which we will do quickly. But I just want to show off what it looked like now. And yeah, I'm a little concerned about one thing, which I actually completely forgot would be something, but we'll get to that in a sec. So let's jump in and have a look. So you can see the tunnel is done. It's obviously not the 2.5 high. We obviously also don't have to worry about placing anything on the floor. I actually thought it was going to be like, let's say like from here to here sort of area with like nothing underneath for some of it, but no, we're actually being pretty good about it. So I can actually use this end stone, and I'm actually just going to kind of create a wall, because I'm worried about falling in, and I'm annoyed at the fact I have 13 deaths. I don't want 14 or any more than that. So it's going to look ugly for the moment. We'll try and possibly make it look a bit more natural at some point. I mean, I can probably get away with doing that in some regard, but for now it's safety over looks, to be honest. So let's just quickly do all this, and we can save ourselves the issue of dying. So there we go. There's this, and this is the concern I had, which was obviously that obsidian tower goes all the way to Y0, and we're only at Y49, and whilst you may be thinking, hey, what's the problem? You just get rid of the obsidian. If anybody, like, brings back the dragon at all in order to defeat it, these, as far as I'm aware, recreate themselves. So let's say I took this entire tower down to, like, Y1, because Y0 would kill me, and then somehow got out of there. What would happen is I could then bring the dragon back, and what should happen is it should rebuild the entire thing. So some people use these for farming obsidian, just like bring all these to the floor, bring the dragon up and defeat the dragon, which becomes a little less difficult over time when obviously you've got a lot more gear and potions and the like. And we still actually haven't done, so maybe at some point we'll do that. But yeah, that's going to be an issue if someone rebuilds or brings the dragon back and rebuilds this. So what I actually think is going to do is I'm going to try and create like a circle around this. So what if we do like 3 blocks out from each, like, or 4 blocks out from each part of like the tower. It's not that big a tower, so what we can actually do is like 4 blocks and then maybe like do this and then that. So it kind of curves around it. So just in case someone does bring back the dragon, you can still make your way through, even if you don't have a diamond pickaxe, because I am going to be taking this beacon away eventually. Actually, no, that's a complete lie. I will not be taking this beacon away, and we'll talk about that reason why for that in a minute. But if someone doesn't want to have to break down some obsidian, at least this is here, and we'll do it on quickly on the other side. So where do we start? We start from here. So let's just do that. And then that. How many blocks did it go out? 1, 2, 3 from here. 2, 3. And that. How about that? That's good, I think. That works. So let's just complete it on this side. Just ever so quickly. And luckily we're in close enough to the beacon. In most other areas, like further up, we are not, and it's a bit of a pain. I could have probably placed it somewhere better, but I didn't really. I feel like it would have taken more time to tear down the beacon, then reset it up and stuff, so I decided not to do that. So what we can actually do is we can actually take down this entire pillar here, and then people can walk through, knowing that there's going to be a tower here if anybody brings it back. And if someone does, then, you know, it's at least sorted out there. So we are going to have to... Oh, that's actually a bit of an awkward one. So for the moment, we're going to have to put like these here. But as soon as someone brings the dragon back, it's going to have to be fixed. Like it's going to, you know, and let's say someone takes this down. Actually, to be fair, would it not just be better to replace the obsidian and just go with that? The only issue there is... I want the... No, I'm actually not going to do it, because I want the... You can just press W and you get there sort of thing. I don't want to have to deal with changing directions, and we'll get onto that in a minute. But what we're quickly going to do, and I won't do the replay mod or anything for that, or for this, but I'm going to quickly take down this, and I'm actually going to place all of these slabs that I said I was going to do on the top face, so like this, across this entire area. We should have enough stone to make enough slabs, so we should be fine in that regard. But yeah, we will quickly do that, and I'll see you in just a second, and then we can explain why I'm so eager about having just a straight dash forward. Just pressing W. Okay, so there was a slight change of plan near the end, which we'll get to in a second, but we have the 2.5 high ceiling here, and maybe we can use some of that extra ice, since we got so much, to just speed ourselves up. I'm not sure if it has to be packed ice though, but potentially that'll be something that happens. We can just maybe speed ourselves up. I think that's how it works. Maybe that has to be lower though. I'm not sure, but yeah, either way, this goes here, and this is where we had to change plans a little bit, because I had to change these 2 stairs, which should still... No, they won't achieve what I want them to achieve, but if it's only like one, like every alternate block that will allow a enderman to get there, instead of, you know, I can just go here and he won't be able to spawn, or I can just go over here and he won't be able to attack me because he can't get in here. But yeah, I can hope that, because basically the reason why I did it is, if these were slabs, like it was an extra slab like here, what would happen is if you were coming down, you'd hit your head on them, which is not a good thing. So basically, I just decided to do it this way, and I think for the most part, it's perfectly fine and does its job. And, you know, an enderman here and there isn't too big a deal. The main thing behind this was a case of being able to get from there to over here without having to do some crazy climbing of a scaling of a wall, and you can just jump straight into here. So I think, you know, we've achieved that perfectly fine, and it's actually probably easier for us to just go through here and then go back through here to get back to the beginning. But the reason I'm doing this is because of a few things. One is, you know, it's useful, but another reason I want to do this is because we have a beacon set up here, and the reason I had a beacon set up originally was because of this platform of obsidian that is currently here. And I'm just going to fill in these areas a little bit because I have nearly fallen off. Really? I've nearly fallen off here a few times, so I just wanted to make sure it was a bit better. But yeah, the reason is because of this 5x5, so 25 blocks of obsidian. Which, if you did not know, similar to the towers. So the towers, you can destroy them, and then upon destroying them, if you summon the dragon back, it will bring another one, coming up to the thing. And I just want to quickly check. Yeah, someone must have built this obsidian tower, I think. I don't know why, because it doesn't go all the way to the ground. So, and it's not like, 3x3 and then has the three... an extra layer out of 3 each side. Either way, these ones, they will kind of do themselves once you have summoned the dragon back. So you can see the one over there has not brought itself back. However, this stuff here, let's get rid of, let's say, the middle row of these because I don't want to spend my time doing all 25. But let's have the 5 obsidian here, and without cutting, we're going to go have this 5 obsidian. I am not going to... I'm just pressing W, I'm not touching my mouse at all, and we've got it in our inventory, and you can see that perfectly fine. We are going to just hold W, so you can see I shouldn't be moving at all, except I'm probably facing a wonky bit of an angle. We can go through here, and then we can just go straight back, pressing W again, and the awkward thing is that we're facing this way, but you need to bring the camera up anyway to, go and... mine these obsidian again. So we have a 25 by 25 area which will constantly respawn obsidian, and there is a way you can actually get the wither to come over here, and basically what will happen is every time you come into the nether, the end rather, it will destroy like this block, and this block, or wherever you place it, and so you get 3 obsidian every time without effort, so you don't have to have your pickaxe or anything. You can just walk in, do that multiple times, and that will give you 3 obsidian every single time, which is actually pretty good. But I don't want to have to summon a wither in the end and then trap him and have him on the end platform that literally people start on. It might be a bit frightening. Maybe I'll do it potentially in the future. I'll maybe talk to the other guys and see what they think of that, and if they're up for it. If they're like, I don't really want a wither, at the spawning area of the end, then I'll be like, fair enough. But yeah, we can go and respawn this back constantly, and we will have to now, for now, manually mine it, but we do have haste 2 and efficiency 5, so that's perfectly fine. And we also have the end farm over there, so, we can quite easily get levels back, so it's actually very good in that situation. And this will allow us to basically farm obsidian, which is kind of, one of the other reasons I wanted to do this, other than just making it easier for everybody. And so we can farm obsidian, which obviously means that we can make, the reasons we need obsidian is potential reasons we need obsidian, at least, is for any redstone contraptions that require an item or a block that cannot be pushed. If we want to go the obsidian route, especially if it's this easy to obtain, because it's not actually that difficult, other than just having to do a little bit of mining, kind of mindlessly mining. But we have that. I actually at some point want to redesign my portal, because right now it's just a basically 3, 6, 10 block portal, I think, instead of the 14, and it's also not like that good looking compared to like the one at spawn or the one at David's place and stuff like that. So I want to change that up eventually, and I can't think of any other reasons you want obsidian, but I'm sure there is other reasons that might be useful. And obviously this will help everybody out if they want obsidian for any reason, maybe just decoration. It's a good looking block sometimes, just redstone stuff, as I said, and all the like of that. So yeah, just a little bit of a reason for that, and a little bit of a smaller project to hold us off while I am currently preparing and in talks with some of the other people to try and get the resources for getting a new build set up. And obviously I have to talk to a few other people, because not everybody's been on that often, and means some people have run out of stock, which means I need to basically ask them to restock so I can spend my money and get the builds done, because obviously the way the server works is I don't have access to everything, and I have to get it off other people in some cases, especially the woods, which is a big one that I normally end up having to deal with. So that's actually going to be it for the episode for now. Place your comments down below thinking what the next project could be. One of those 3 items, as I said, was potentially used, and the Obsidian also might be used. I can't remember if it actually is. If it is, I already have enough, but yeah, maybe that's used, I'm not sure. I would have to check after. But yeah, definitely post that in the comments below. Maybe have a guess at what the next project is. One of those 3 items, as I said, will be used, or at least featured heavily. One of them, an extra one might be added into the mix, because I'm thinking of some uses for the other ones, potentially. But yeah, post that in the comments below. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.